But every time this kid did something stupid,
off.
yeah. No, it was probably my fault. I would go up behind him and just choke the shit out of him.
Oh my god, dude!
No, it wasn't any
assaults.
It wasn't hard. It was just like a light,
Shit!
No, because the kid.
I'm not gonna go up and choke your dog. He's like, "What's up, boy?" You can't do that.
Every other dude in the class was doing it. Because everybody just fucking
getting
hated the shit out of us.
No!
We were,
Oh my god.
they were all like fucking like monkeys in that class.
Apparently, fuck.
And it was just me doing work.
Didn't know it was a phone.
With a Walkman.
I had a Walkman. I brought it with me when
Before the Zune.
Yeah.
I watched like a 10-minute video about like the Zoom.
The Zoom was fucking huge.
Then MP3.
I knew someone who had a Zoom, and
Yeah.
the quality was amazing.
I had a Sansa, a
We
Rhapsody.
need more energy now for some reason.
Because we're talking.
You're digested.
Yeah.
You're
Your
digesting.
food's digested.
By the way, I've been recording this whole time.
I know.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, boy, is hanging.
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm here.
Episode 12. I'm Ryan.
I can't think of another one of those openings for the podcast I used to do.
Hello, it's the
Hey, it's me. I'm the guy who
1, 2,
made
3,
that.
4, 5 boys sitting on a cool day in the living room.
I'm the guy that made that shitty movie about the room, and now I have a documentary about me. It's me, Tommy Wiseau. How's it going, folks?
No, it's
hi, Mark.
Hey, it's me.
Tommy
It's
Wiseau.
me, Tommy Wiseau. That was more like an Italian. You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
I'm just gonna give you all the parts to Resident Evil, and I'm just gonna let you handle it.
Oh, hi, Mark.
It's gonna
hi,
be
Mark.
a bitch.
Ooh, shit.
I did not
I'm
get
sorry.
through.
Fucking
I did
dragon.
not.
So what did we do today, boys? We played a one shot of D&D. That
Played
was
a
fun.
one shot. We didn't record it, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Andrew did the DM. It was fun. It was
It was
fun.
fun.
Time.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Short and
good,
sweet.
Good
I like
job,
it.
man.
A classic story with a bit of a twist.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Princess Dragon, but not really.
Yeah.
We're short 2 members, but it's what one shot days are
Because
for.
work and family
And
party
family
things.
obligations. I'm not gonna say fuck you, Caleb, this time.
We did
I thought you said fuck you, Caleb, earlier.
No.
Somebody's getting caught by the police.
The po. I can't really. I don't
So
know.
we were just talking about the Aztecs.
We were talking about ancient
Yeah,
civilizations.
that's on me, folks. These motherfuckers went on to a whole spiel while I'm over here trying to edit and shit.
The whole point was that I liked Aztec gods and I liked the way their language sounds because it sounds so foreign and weird. And cool.
Have
And
you?
how they thought the Spaniards were gods.
Also,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mad Crystal Chronicles hype.
Man, Mad
That
Crystal
too,
Chronicles
yeah.
hype.
That too.
That might be out by the time this goes up, depending on how lazy I
Xavier
get.
and
Hello.
Fucking
what was
Christ.
that?
Some dude did a burnout.
Yeah, we've
In
got
the rocks.
some unsavory types around here.
Burnout Paradise?
This ain't
Unsavory.
shit. This whole country ain't shit.
I'm really glad we live like somewhere quiet.
Yeah, middle of the woods. No better place
Who in
to
the
be.
middle of the woods next to a
That's-
farm?
Yeah.
You guys are lucky. I hate this shit so much.
Oh,
I
great.
so
There's smoke out there.
that's not smoke. That's rock dust.
Or gravel.
It's
We
gravel dust.
close the window.
Yeah, we
I'm
went for
so
it.
glad I brought my mask.
I
Good call.
hate I want to say I hate living here because this was a pretty cheap apartment. It's pretty big for what we're paying for, but like I just hate like the fucking area. Too many fucking people out in the middle of the night running around being loud as shit for no fucking reason.
It seems like 7-Eleven attracts like
Degenerates,
Idiots.
degenerates.
Yeah.
Let's not
deplorables.
let's not beat the bush here. It's
I can attest to
degenerates.
that. I'm attracted to 7-Eleven, so I can.
No, I like 7-Elevens. Those were
Well, so that, like, we also don't live.
Yep.
Yeah, we live near anything like that.
We don't live near anything like that.
yeah.
We
that's
don't
fucking
live.
lucky.
Andrew and I, we
Live
don't.
near the
And
alfalfa.
Charisse, we
I'd
don't
love-
live near anywhere anybody wants to go.
I'd love to live in a nice fucking like you know those like neighborhoods that have like all the houses are like relatively similar. I love neighborhoods like that because usually they're quiet and they just like
Like Squidward,
I've
yeah, I
been to
love
couple
that
places.
shit.
I mean, I used to live on Post and places like that.
what are they called? Tentacle Heights? Or I remember
Some
what it's
shit.
called.
I for about 6 months or so I lived in down like right like a mile away from downtown Tacoma. And it was It was harsh. One night, the couple got in a fight, like right in front of my fucking window, and the dude was just like the dude like fucking sucker punched the girl, and she came back and fucking hammer fisted his face a bunch, and it was like, holy shit, I'm
Damn.
Hood girl.
By the way, I'm Derrick.
I'm just, bro, I'm literally just sitting here.
I felt like I was gonna get like killed at first fucking moment I was there.
That house was fucking terrible. And I lived in Graham.
I thought we'd reach a chance.
Yeah, hey, it's me,
Xavier,
Andrew.
who's about to get attacked by the fucking bathroom here in about 5 minutes.
I'm
Oh
not
my
so
god.
Graham.
Ryan.
Okay, now the Mexicans are. Now we can keep going, even though we already were going. It's
Living
fine.
in Graham, I hated how far
Sorry, we all
away.
ate the stuff.
Yeah, I hated how far away everything was in Graham, but it was so like nice and quiet. Oh
Your
my
parents have a
god.
quiet house.
Yeah,
They do.
it
It's
was.
a little creepy at night though.
Yeah, it is creepy now. That's why I
Like,
used
you
to.
can see like eyes in the forest behind.
I used to piss in bottles because I used to live upstairs. I didn't want to walk downstairs. I was too afraid of the dark. Yeah, I said it. Don't even. What are you gonna do about it? There was one time when Caleb came over.
Fucking just glosses.
There was one time. No. This is a part of it. There was one time where Caleb came over and he and I like kind of hit it, so I was like kind of back. There was like a container, like a plastic container that we used, and the wall was here. I put the piss bottle like kind of farther in, but this was it was there for a long time. It looked like egg flour soup.
Oh
And-
God!
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what
That
that is
sounds
either.
terrible.
And Caleb, he like kind of like lays his head down a little bit just because he's like looking at his phone. Then he looks over at the piss, and I see the hardest look I've ever seen him give. Just the most.
furrowed brow.
He didn't even like look at
focused
me.
eyes.
He didn't even look at me, and he just sat back. He sat right back up, and he nothing was said. No words were exchanged, but I could immediately tell that he immediately thought worse of me. And you know what? I don't fucking care. I don't care.
If you didn't care, you wouldn't remember that story.
No, I remember it. It was just his look, the face he gave was so
turned
fucking
to stone.
funny.
Did he petrify?
He was just. I could tell how like fucking angry he was at that moment. Just like.
I wish he was here to
Wasn't
corroborate
Damn.
that story.
Oh, it
That's-
was.
What was that one story about like how you like passed out, Chance, and you thought like you heard shit?
Oh, I was. You know how you used to like play games where you used to like knock yourself out, where you like sit down and then like get up real fast and breathe really heavily and then hold your breath.
No.
You know, I feel like I've heard that.
No, I
Okay.
I feel like I've heard that, but I've never attempted it.
I did that once when I was over at Caleb's house and like at Caleb's apartment, and like I fell back. I hit a. I did that twice. First time I fell back and I hit a shelf. And then I fell in, I after I did that, I fell in his closet, and I felt like I was, like knocked out for, like, 2 days. And I could hear, like, people, like, I thought I heard people, like, walk around saying, like, oh, no, what are we going to do? He's knocked out. Then I wake back up, and I'm like, Caleb, how long was I out? And he was like, like 3 seconds. And I was like, you
I
didn't
think
even come
that was
to...
like your mind projecting.
Yeah. And I was like, what, you didn't even come to get me? And he's like, no.
Caleb.
That's
Because
Caleb.
I was stupid as shit. I knocked myself out for no reason.
Like I heard.
What do you
about
mean
that.
you knocked yourself
I never
out for
did
no
it.
reason? What you just told us that, hey guys, you didn't play that game where you tried to knock yourself out for no fucking reason?
Yeah, that's what it was. He was like, you're being an idiot, and I'm going to let you experience the consequences. And that was the consequences. I hurt myself.
So who are you trying to blame here?
No one.
Okay.
That's just a story I'm telling.
Okay. I
blame.
thought you were blaming Caleb because he
No.
didn't give you any help.
No,
And
I
it's
just
like,
thought it
what do
was-
you mean?
I just bust out laughing after that because like, you know what? I deserve
Okay.
that. I
Okay.
absolutely deserve
I misinterpreted the story.
No,
I
I'm not
apologize.
blaming anybody for it. That was me.
I keep like forcing you to tell stories, but remember that you said like you were hiding Caleb's your pants or something.
For like a good year when I was hanging out with Caleb, every night I would take off my pants because I'm a sweaty boy.
Yeah, I remember you telling me
And
about this.
I would place them like every week I'd place them a little bit farther and farther until like 1 week I placed them up in like the top like corner of his closet and like, Caleb, where are my pants? He's like, I don't know where they are. And I was looking around and I looked up and they were in his fucking thing. And I was like, oh no! So now he thinks there's a ghost.
He does think his
He
house
thinks
is
his
haunted.
house is haunted.
God.
Regardless of
You
that
just talked about that.
prank. Yeah.
There were multiple times where I would like go, where like I would think about something to say and then I'd say it the first thing like when I wake up, like something about like Star Wars or some shit. Like I would like think about it the whole night and then when I woke up I'd say it. And
Star Wars.
we would just do this thing where we just say random shit when we first woke up.
All right. Okay.
God, I wish I was friends with you earlier.
I don't know.
Are you sure?
High school was
Maybe.
wild.
Maybe.
No, I was more of a cynical asshole in high school. I'm better now.
I was also more of a jerk in high school, more of an idiot in high school.
Everyone was an idiot in high school. I wish I could go back and tell myself to, do better.
If I could go back to my high school days, I'd tell myself, like, no one's going to care what you look like. Just do whatever you want, Ryan. Don't
Yeah.
I'd kick my
Stop
own
lying
ass.
to me about other people about being Norwegian.
Yeah, you motherfucker, fucking-
Do you want to get into that?
That's on you, buddy.
Alright.
Sophomore year, I'm gonna...
Chance, shut up. So, let me start from the very
Oh,
beginning.
you fucker.
So I have a Norwegian American heritage, or I'm a Norwegian American, I guess is what I would say. My grandparents' parents are from Norway, I believe, or something like that. And I learned this when I was in like little kid, and then in middle school I took it a bit too far. And
You wanted to be like the popular kids.
I wanted to get popularity points at school by being, quote,
Foreign.
the foreign kid.
Because all the Korean kids were starting to come to middle school, and you were like, "Ooh, they're foreign."
I don't know what it
was
was
foreign.
exactly that got me
It was
to
the
think that
Korean
way.
kids.
So I tried to convince everyone I was from Norway.
Because you spoke some.
I spoke a little bit, and
We
I
were-
still speak some now. So I would try to convince everyone I was from there, and I guess they believed me somewhat, because I didn't...
No.
Like...
I believe you.
Because Norwegians don't really have a thick accent when they learn English anyways, so it kind of works.
I believed you. I was like,
I
cool. All right.
You are like hearing a story like that it's just unbelievable to sound. Like,
It doesn't sound
hear.
like it came from me.
No, it doesn't sound like it came from fucking anybody. It sounds like it came from a writer or producer from a movie.
Right.
That's what it sounds
And
like.
I could immediately fucking tell that he was lying because I don't know. I just have a good
No,
intuition.
And
about
that's
that.
why-
Because
you're together.
because you did that shit for Japan when you
Not
were
at
like
all.
in elementary school. You said like you make up words in Japanese. You're like, that's real.
Well, that was when I was a retard little weeaboo. Back
I
in
see
Yeah.
no
fifth grade.
difference.
Yeah, but I wasn't making up fake Japanese words in high school, and I wasn't
Okay.
running around doing
Jutsus in the
Naruto
corner.
OC shit.
No, and then in 8th grade, to up the ante and make me seem more official, I would say that, I'm going to go back to Norway in sophomore year, guys, because I don't know.
Reasons.
And you want to know the funniest part about that? No one fucking cared.
No one fucking cared. Who cares?
Not a
matter?
single,
You've told me this story before, but it's still funny every time I hear
What
it.
does it matter?
Not a
I don't know
single
why I thought it mattered.
fucking soul ever
Nobody
cared.
cared.
Oh shit! I'm gonna adjust the mic. Everybody, just hold your horses.
Sure.
There.
So
And then-
nobody cared. And,
Yeah.
and when years later, when
And
he
then-
admitted to me that
He told me this shit
That-
in junior year
when
when
he
we were.
admitted to me that
So-
he was lying, I'm like, shit,
Alright.
stop it, dumbass.
Let me. It got too big. It was like one of those lies that gets too big.
Does
you
it?
Spread too far.
But if nobody cared, how did it get so big?
It was in my head.
Because there was-
So it's your fault.
Yeah.
We were in a relationship at this point in time.
We started
and in
dating
junior
in
year.
sophomore year.
He was like, "I've got something serious to tell you,"
So
and I was
serious to tell you, Chance.
like after school, and I was like, my heart was fucking racing because I'm dumb. So whenever somebody tells me something that I think like, oh, this,
Oh, no, dude, no.
this,
I'm right there with you.
and high fucking five.
That's just human dudes in
This is
general.
anxiety.
He gets there, we get there, and he tells me, I wasn't actually born in Norway, and I was like, I fucking knew that.
I mean, I only could have told like coming to my parents' house and realizing like we're Americans. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
oh
man,
but like yeah, and then in cross country, I think we were like doing some stretches after
Yeah.
we did some stuff in like the field of middle school,
Something like that.
And I told you, and like, you were like, oh okay,
Yeah.
yeah, see, no one fucking cared.
and I would always like if we were like in class or like did a thing for cross country, like every year we do like a thing. It's like, well, name one fact about you. I'd always put that in there because I had nothing interesting about me, I guess, in my head to say other than that, which is a
Bro.
lie.
We live such different lives.
And
Yeah.
but at least it motivated me to learn how to speak more because I had to like
Yeah.
if I was like, oh yeah, Ryan, well what's stupid in Norwegian, and I have to be like, oh it's dum, and it's like
Like you sound like you're trying to explain it to like somebody who cares still.
Exactly.
Every like,
I haven't learned.
not at all.
And with yeah, go ahead.
That like, I understand where you're coming from. You
I hate I did that.
I mean, you were young. You can't help it.
Mhm.
You know. I did nothing but hang out with the white kids in high school. It's just what I did.
I mean,
You know.
okay.
No. It's just what it was because like I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be a white boy. And trust me, it's not me trying to be racist. It's just
That little black kid on the little thing going, white power.
That's not like that.
I know, but that's a funny video. We
Right,
do that.
and it was just because the music I listened to at the time was like I was more in tune with rock music, but didn't realize that I could have a fucking personal image and still listen to that shit.
Yeah.
You know, but
Right, you have to like go all in on that, like
right, and I mean it took
You didn't
till-
have to be the hey, I'm not racist. This is my black friend.
Yeah, none
no
of
such
that
thing
shit.
as Swiss Army knife personality.
Exactly. So it was like that's how it was. Like the most popularity I got in high school was doing a backflip in the middle of the courtyard, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's because the prince. Well, that's not true. First, it was that. The second one was having a group of white people run across the courtyard in an emergency run. That we had like code words that we would name after like certain levels of like white like white things. Yeah, it was stupid. Like the lowest alert level was like vanilla bean. The top one was bleach.
Okay.
Where's Vanilla Ice in that list?
I don't know. So what ended up happening was
somewhere.
so pretty much whatever happened is somebody screamed bleach. Anybody could hear it within a radius has to run to that location.
Why?
Yes. we were high school kids doing high school dumb shit.
Right.
With all white kids because of the white.
All white kids.
Okay.
So
That seems like a little like.
it wasn't intentional.
No, I know not intentional, but it just a
Bleach.
little terrifying. Like
Oh yeah,
bunch of white kids running around. Like, what the fuck is going
Let
on?
me finish the story. So what ended up happening is that because I went to Wilson, so
Okay.
like we had like, this long courtyard where it was cement everywhere, and like it went.
Want me to censor that?
Huh?
Want me to
I
censor
don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I went up. As,
I don't
like,
even know where that is.
Yeah, it's in North Tacoma. It means it doesn't matter. So it goes up on like to like a step after it has like some railings, and then like behind that is the gym. So we were at lunch, we were just hanging out, and I just disappear from the group. I just go all the way to the other side. I just like I get up there, I look around to see if anybody like specifics happening, and I just scream bleach. You just see like 15 white dudes just start sprinting across the courtyard.
A roiling sea
okay.
of snow.
Okay, see, in
Oh fuck.
that could be misconstrued in a number of ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny to me.
No, I would say just because we had I tried to explain myself. Like we had the courtyard, we had everything, we had the code names. I screamed it and I just disappeared. So they all ran across the courtyard. Our principal came out and took like 6 of them into the gym and threatened expulsion.
Wait,
They were bleach.
wait, because
No.
they're running around?
because they were running around and could have hurt people. It was at lunchtime, so they could have been
Okay.
running around and hurt people, and they were like jumping over the railings and shit, and they could have got hurt.
Okay.
They were like zombies.
Yeah, so it was super funny.
Jesus.
I'm gonna
It
go
was-
with one of those when I
Yeah,
was
that happened for like that shit happened for like 2 years. So you'll just be out of nowhere, and it didn't have to be white people that heard it. Anybody that was part of our group heard that. So like anytime I heard bleach, I'd
Yeah.
So what
You're-
happened if they said vanilla bean?
you casually walk to that location because
Just
it's
walk.
not as serious as it's.
So it's different speeds of running.
There was like vanilla bean, white bread, and bleach. There was other categories in there, but those are the only ones I had
Sour
to use.
cream.
Okay, sour cream snowstorm.
Like I said,
That dust from outside.
like I said, bleach. Bleach is the top tier of. I'm about to get a mug. Come save me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like in case someone's getting in trouble, you know, you're about to get shit beat out, you scream out bleach. You got 15.
Exactly.
You got 15 of your
Yep.
shooters.
Yeah.
Oh.
It never happened like that, but yeah. Because I remember a story that my friends told me one day where like one of them was around. This was all happening on the north end. He was over by this Safeway and he was on his way home and he was about to get robbed or whatever. He's like, he told his buddy the next day. He's like, "What time was that?" It's like it was around this time. He's like, "I was over there. You would have just screamed bleach. I would have came running to your rescue." I gonna look to the dude he just robbed. He's gonna get stabbed.
Yeah.
It's gotta be weird, you're robbing something, you'll bleach, 15 other dudes come running
Oh
out.
yeah,
Like,
just
alright.
looking like fucking
It's almost scarier.
it looks like the
all,
police officer from
fucking
Cloudy and the Chance of
Cloudy,
Meatballs.
it's almost scary that they're all just white dudes, like lanky white dudes.
Oh yeah, no, it was bad. It was almost it was all bad.
There's a fucking news story the next day. No white supremacist Cold War bleach.
Oh my god.
It was never that bad. Like we obviously knew what we were saying and the implication of it, but again, it's like I was black and I was hanging out with these white kids, so I didn't fucking care.
Yeah.
You know.
It's funny.
Because like a lot of high school is just finding identity, you know. So obviously, I still don't know who the fuck I am. I could
Neither
care.
do I.
I could care less.
I actually learned a lot about myself more.
We don't know who what is now. What happened?
High school is about finding yourself.
Yeah.
I didn't find myself until after high school.
Yeah.
I still
was-
haven't
I was
found
gonna say
myself,
that.
dude. Fucking senior year was when senior year was when people stopped like ignoring or like bullying me, and they were like, we've known you for a while. You're kind of funny. So
in with the
I was
cool
in.
kids.
I knew people, and so people didn't like fuck with me as much as they used to. Because I was always the chubby Asian kid, and when you're chubby and Asian, the two groups that people make fun of the most in high school, it's like, well, you're fucked. I fucked myself.
No, I was gonna say I learned a lot more about and like I've accepted parts of myself more in college than anything.
I mean,
High school is useless.
I'm just a late bloomer, I guess.
I
No,
don't think
it's
high
not.
school's
High
useless.
school's
It's-
high school's not. as
I'm
good
going
as
through
it
my
is as
rebellious
it
teen
is, right?
phase right now.
well, that's because you're an asshole. That's the difference.
High school is about like throwing everything at a wall until something sticks, and if it doesn't stick, then it's not your fault.
It gives the illusion, due to the way things are shown, that that's supposed to be where you find yourself, and they make it seem like this is the most important time in your life, and everything's gonna matter from here
I wouldn't
on
say
out.
I wouldn't say it's not, but it's definitely like
It
high school
totally
is definitely
is.
like a way to. It's like the base for your life. It's getting you started on how you will act for the rest of your life.
All
I'd
it
say.
does is that it makes you wake up at a certain time to get you a schedule from a 9 to 5. That's all it does. Then you're learning about all this shit. I bet you half the motherfuckers that were in trigonometry aren't doing shit with trigonometry.
Honestly, I don't know if it's a hot take. I think instead of teaching people trigonometry, they should teach people how to, do your taxes.
Yes.
Pay your
Yeah.
rent.
Yes.
Write a check.
They can't because there's so many people that have jobs because people can't do their taxes.
So
And the
fuck
only
'em.
reason they don't do it anymore
That-
is because classes
That's
and
No, but that's dumb.
No, I know it's dumb, but it's just so far in place that
Yeah.
so many people will be unemployed.
honestly,
and all
doing
this
your
stuff.
taxes, I was so
I know, right?
like,
It sucks, but
I was so fucking scared the first time I had to do my taxes, but it was just sign here.
Yeah.
It was,
No,
it's not that
I'm
hard.
just saying. It's like
This has been podcast sponsored by TurboTax.
no, it is not.
Use offer code the boys 210 to get
They will
50% off your
sue
next
us.
purchase of.
They
Oh,
wrote
God,
that down.
no.
I know.
We're too small. We're too
Use
small.
code bleach.
Yeah, he's
It's called
complete.
bleach to get 50% off. Your
Oh, that's
fucking
great.
fee.
Oh god.
Premium TurboTax.
You'll get
No.
one free use of our new program. We'll send out 15 white dudes to you.
If you like to come to your house and do your taxes for
No,
you.
so fuck. I
Or
forgot
TurboTax
the-
hats.
No, so it's like
You need
learning how to
do
do
taxes
like
for you.
it's like learning how to do like a proper budgeting financing. You know, it's like that's not something they naturally teach you.
Right.
You know, you have to take like a business marketing class or a business math class or some shit like that.
Which I did in college.
Right.
It was stupid.
I did in high school, but in high school I'm not paying attention to anything.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Oh man,
I literally graduated with the D because I wasn't trying.
I slept so much in high school that they called my parents and they were like, "Is Jack's doing drugs? Is he smoking?" And they were like,
I mean, clearly my answer was yes. But
"My parents
Are you
called
always accused of being a drug like
my
user or
parents.
doer?
They were like, we just got a call saying that are you saying that you're doing drugs? You're sleeping." I'm like, "No, I'm just tired." I would stay up all like till 1 in the morning. It was my fucking
I'm just
fault.
playing video games all night.
Did I ever
Yeah.
tell you about the one time I fell asleep in high school?
No.
So it was just back in, I was back in freshman year. I was in, I guess, can I say his name? I guess because
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gonna say his full name.
Cottage cheese.
Ah.
Cottage cheese.
At the time, at the
What a
time
legend.
I was what a legend.
Yeah, honestly.
Greatest teacher.
Yeah,
Honestly.
he is.
At the time, I was doing some computer class thing, which I shouldn't have been doing because I realized while doing it I had no knowledge of computer stuff at all.
Oh, was it like the 3D modeling?
3D modeling thing.
Were you like, yeah?
I just took it because I was stupid and I
Engineering
thought it
class.
was fun.
CAD?
It's engineering class.
Okay.
It was
program.
stupid. I was stupid and I thought it would be fun, and it was reasonably fun. But I
You
also
just
had
didn't understand.
no idea what the hell I was doing.
Class back then, it was great.
And there was just one point where we're actually like looking at books for once, and reading stuff in books, and I stayed up way too late because that night, and that class is in the morning, and so like I just I'm on my arm like this, and my head fell down, and then I hear I'm gonna hit the table real quick. I hear a loud, and then I notice there's a big fuck off bowling ball next to my head, and
Cottage cheese.
it's towering above me, saying "Stop falling, don't fall asleep again."
God.
I'm like, okay.
He had a 3D printer in his class, and kids could ask for like 3D printed parts to use, and they're like, because we had like a robotics class, and kids could ask for like little 3D printed parts for their robots
so
and shit.
we had to make a marble sorter.
Didn't I have this class with you two?
You didn't have it with us. No,
Okay.
you were in the class
Yeah.
with us.
Okay.
But
I heard
And
about
so
these
what
marble
we
sorters.
wanted was we wanted him to 3D print a little fist to push.
to punch
To
the
punch the
marbles into their bins.
I don't even know if we still have it anymore. I know Ryan still has his.
One
Mine
was a
is
left
lost.
fist and one was a right fist, and we both like had each one.
I wanted
And
to put him on
the
like
fist bump. Like he wanted to make it like a superpower like transformation shit.
I was really lazy in that class too, and I had Ryan do.
I did all the
I
work.
kind of glided by, and then the last day of that class, I printed out a bunch of pictures of dick butt. You know that drawing?
Yeah, I know about Dick.
And
but
I cut them all out, and I put them in a bunch of different places. I put them like behind the TV. I put them in. I took a
That
random
was
text.
you?
Yeah, that was Jim.
I saw those.
Yeah.
I put them in one of the textbooks, one random page of the textbook, so they wouldn't find it for fucking years. There was one time when one of the kids that was sitting behind us were being dicks, and so I stuck my hand in my pants and itched my nuts, and I slapped him in the face. And he did not say anything afterwards.
That class was like the best.
Oh my God.
Chance, if you were in that class with me, I would
God,
have hated
Chance.
that class.
There was this little fucking Russian kid that had
He wasn't Russian. I don't know what he was.
he was some sort of
I look at
Eastern European.
I look at the map of East Europe and I'd be like, Moldova? No. Hungary? No. Serbia? No. He wouldn't give me an answer.
This kid was a piece of shit, and it's probably the reason why him and his group used to gang stalk us. Like, they would follow us around. We'd go to different places during lunch, and they'd be there.
What?
Yeah.
Just to annoy the shit out of us, because they knew it got a rise out of us. It was
And then we were
dumb.
gay.
Yeah, it was because we were gay. But every time this kid did something
Pissing
stupid...
people off.
Yeah. No, it was probably my fault. I would go up behind him and just choke the shit out of him.
Oh my God, dude!
No, it wasn't any assaults. It wasn't hard. It was just like a light. No, because the kid.
I'm not gonna go up and choke your dog. He's like, "What's up, boy?" You can't do that.
Every other dude in the class was doing it.
We're all
Because everybody just fucking hated the shit out of us.
Our knees
No!
laughing.
We were,
Oh my God.
we were all like fucking like monkeys in that class.
Apparently, fuck.
And it was just me doing work.
And then there was one time we had a really old lady sub, and so like they did this thing where they started shouting like porn star names in the middle of class
Jesus.
until it got louder and louder until they started going like Alexis, Texas. And she heard it too, so the fucking our teacher
Cottage cheese.
came in the next day and he's like, "Hey, so I know what kind of porn you guys like now."
Dude, was that Miss Lou, the super old lady in the wheelchair?
No, it wasn't.
Bat soup.
She was
Legs are messed
respectful.
up.
She was cool. She was savage.
Yeah.
Like, if people were talking, she would like ram into people in their chairs
I
and
know
be
where
like,
she lived.
"Sorry." Just
She,
like,
she lived in like near a trailer park, but I think she's like passed away now.
Yeah, she's old.
yeah, she was super old.
old as marbles.
I
She
like
was
her.
old. Yeah, that last year of high school.
You're right, Chance. I wouldn't want to be friends with you back then.
No, yeah, I was a piece of shit. Just for like maybe two people. I was bullied the rest for most of the year in high school. I felt like I could have done a little bit. Okay.
It's so weird,
You
man.
call
Uncle Phil.
what do you call
I
it?
called
Uncle Phil.
this was a black dude in our class who was everybody was cool. He was a cool ass dude.
Yeah,
I called him
cool.
Uncle Phil all the time
You're a bitch.
because his hair looked like Uncle Phil.
That doesn't give you the right.
No, and it was funny because like after we ended high school, he sent me a message on Facebook. He was like, "Man, you were the funniest person in that fucking class." And I was like, "You know what? I'm glad." I'm glad I pissed you
it's
off.
like it's so surreal to hear the differences, and maybe it's based like on location, but like again, I hung out. I knew all the cool people. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I wasn't cool. Nobody knew who the fuck I was. Trust me.
Connections.
Huh?
You had connections.
I had a lot. I had too many.
Yeah, see.
It's because I was friends with the dude who was part of the local band and stuff like that, and they knew everybody else.
So you'd get like that trickle down pussy. Like
not even.
Wow.
Not even, bro. It's like I knew all the hot chicks.
Okay.
I got hugs and everything from all the hot chicks. Never got anywhere. It was all bad, dude.
that was Caleb.
Oh
I'd be
my
so
god. I just remembered something.
I'd be so fucking pissed. Caleb and I would just be sitting at lunch, eating lunch with like Ryan, and a couple of our friends, and some chick would come up, hug him, and be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, nope.
Fuck
got
you,
it.
bitch.
And it was like multiple different stages. Like first, it was because I knew all the people. By that point, like everybody already knew me, but I had an afro, so all the chicks were just all over me because I had an afro.
Were they like, "Can I touch your hair?"
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely.
Did that offend you at all?
No, it did not.
All right.
It was like I understand how cats feel,
Okay.
and that's what it was. And after that, after shit just progressed, it was just, nah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I got reminded of something. Remember, so my cousin Zane, he lived with us in sophomore year.
I'm not trying to sound rude, but that sounds like somebody fake.
No, it's his name.
I know, but
No,
like,
I can corroborate this story.
no, I believe you. Like I said, I don't mean to be offending, but like the only other time I ever heard anybody by the name of Zane, it was the Silver Power Ranger from In Space. I'm just
Not
saying.
One Direction.
Okay,
No.
here's the thing. If you want to know someone who sounds fake, you go to my other cousin, which is his sister.
Oh yeah.
So their mom's name is Terrica, which is a weird name.
Is she black?
No. She's
You know what I mean, right? yeah.
and then
Whiter than fresh snow.
they decided to name their
Erica?
daughter Zerica, which is not a real name.
I'm sorry. No offense against your family, but ew.
It's my mom's side of the family.
Ew, dude.
Their mom's a crackhead, so it just makes sense.
I don't.
Well, she's something, and their dad is.
Yeah.
But Zane, we call her Zizi. We don't call her Zerica.
That's, you know what? That's fair. They did that child wrong.
Yeah. So Zane had this. I don't know if they were even dating, but it was like this chick that he would hang out with that would come over to the house.
Was that
sometimes.
little Russian girl? I was thinking something else.
What?
Never mind.
She
The
was
look, the look of
Why- why
confusion
did
on
you
your
say
face
it?
is palpable.
Okay.
Her name was like Sarah or something, and she would come over, and it reminds me of what happened to you, but not on the scale of what happened to you. We can get to that in a minute. If you want
Oh, okay.
it. She would like hug on Zane and like get all up in his business, but then when Zane like would say something and get her pissed at him or something, she would come over to me if I'm sitting on the couch and sit on my lap.
Well, she's trying to get it right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But high school me is like, oh, what's going on? Oh my god! But then I got like a week later, I was like, yeah, and then a week later I was like, oh,
Ooh.
chicks are just manipulative.
Yes.
That's what it is.
You had to look yourself in the mirror and go,
I didn't-
simp.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a sim.
I didn't get a lot of attention in high school.
That was the one time I
Except
got
for that
a chick
that
to
one
sit on my
girlfriend I
lap.
had the last semester of senior year.
Oh man.
Do we want to get into what happened to you, Chad?
Oh, besides that, I didn't get any attention much.
Oh yeah.
No, not really.
It was. I was just nice to all the girls, and of course it was like.
That was back when you could be nice to a woman without being called a simp. So you were good.
You can still do it. It's just the fuckboys that call everybody a simp.
I'm not a fuckboy.
Mm.
I'm not.
Then why do you feel like you have the liberty or the want to call dudes simps?
Because
What?
I can.
Because he's just fucking
So
around.
just because you want to,
Yeah.
so then it means nothing.
I never said it meant anything.
No, not
Then-
this
He just
house.
does it because he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I just don't. see
Most
the
of the time, people, the simps are the ones that are overly like way too like big about it. I'm not gonna call you a simp because you see a woman and like, hey, you look really nice today, ma'am, and she's like, oh, thanks. That's not a simp. That's someone who's going way like too overboard.
But that's not what I'm talking about. If I did do that, or if I mentioned, hey, there's a girl that I like, or this, that, and the third.
That's not being a simp.
No, but then you would still call me a simp, and that's where the problem lies.
That's
That's where the problem lies.
Well, I
Jay.
was joking around.
I know that. I understand that.
It's-
but
it's
still,
like
it's like,
saying-
why waste
It's
the
sort
breath?
of. I see what you mean.
It's like
defeats the
breathing
purpose.
for me.
It's, yeah, I
It sort of
hate
defeats the
shit
purpose.
being said
Why
with
waste
no
the breath?
substance.
Why waste the breath? Why choke someone out in high school? Because it's funny.
No, it's not. It's an assault charge, Ryan. That's how you get thrown in jail.
He'll get in jail behind bars. He'll say, worth it.
No, he won't.
Maybe.
No, he won't.
The kid was fucking with me beforehand. So
I
every right to
understand,
do it.
but still, it doesn't go. I mean, define fucking with you and tell me how that escalates to choking.
Oh, it did.
Over
It
a
really
whole
did.
year of
Over a whole
his
year,
class,
every single time
it did.
every single time we'd find a new place in lunch, in 2 days it would be found by these fuckers, and they would go and sit like around us, and they wouldn't say anything about us, but they knew
Just
that we
stare
would
at us.
just
Yes, you
we
beat
would
his
just-
ass. You don't choke him.
because I couldn't beat
How?
their ass. I talked to the
Nuance.
fucking like disciplinary dude or whatever. And he was like, "Yeah, if you did that, you'd get held back." This was our senior year. We couldn't do anything about it.
God, Juvie.
So you choked him.
What's up? Oh yeah, in class when none of his friends were there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
When
Anyways.
the Russian mafia was with him.
No.
Anyways,
no fucking
Anyways.
Chance, what would
I
you...
also wanted to point out I was kind of antisocial in high school.
Yeah. That's okay.
Woo! Books.
Yeah, you did read a lot.
I read a lot of books.
No. With me, it was just that I knew all the chicks. I just talked to all of them. Never really got their numbers except for like a few.
Hey, you were being respectful.
Trying to be.
Yeah.
Andrew, I'm not. I never was. I don't think I hung out with you as much in high school. I'm not sure how you fared.
It was a magical ride of one psychotic break to another.
So
Oof.
high school.
It was a fucking adventure. But just crank that up to 11.
Yeah.
Like,
you told us the story, so
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, it was magical. Yeah, my high school experience wasn't traditional or typical or anyway. Fun fact, in juvenile hall, they have the same food as they do at school.
Oh, really?
Guess he felt right at home then.
Got delicious pizza sticks.
I don't remember, so long
And
ago.
that teriyaki with the fake grill patterns on
Oh,
it.
the
Oh,
teriyaki
God.
beef.
The same milk cartons.
Yeah.
Oh.
I stole 18 of those motherfuckers, bro. Come in there, I wore a hoodie every day, just 1, 2,
Our friend
3
Sean would
milks.
do that
Oh
with
my God.
burgers.
We would do that with fucking chicken, like because they used to have like little chicken burgers you could get like extra, just like a patty bun. And so he would take like 2 of them. I would take like 2 of them because I had like a little pouch
they have
within
wrappers on
my
them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would put that shit in
I
my
don't
fucking
remember that.
Inside of your jacket.
inside of my like jacket pouch because it like broke and it would like go to like the back of my jacket.
Uh-huh.
And so I would walk out of there with 3 or 4 of them.
You're a fucking monster, chick.
No, the lunch lady saw and she's like, "You pay for that?" And yeah. She saw. She
Test failed successfully.
She had me dead to rights. I couldn't just be like, no.
Oh, it's just funny.
But you did it a few times, right?
I did that more than a few times.
But you only got caught once.
I got caught once, and then afterwards I was like, nah.
But Sean would do that like every day.
Sean was the fucking king of sneaking food.
Pickpocketing 100.
He
Exactly.
stole
That's
shit
good.
from me. Like, he's pretty good at that.
Oh, man.
So do you all remember the orange juices you could get in the morning? That they weren't actually orange juice, they were basically just like cups of citric acid.
The little plastic
Tang.
containers with the foil tops.
Yeah, it's basically
Yep.
just acid. I don't care what anyone says, I loved that stuff.
Honestly, that was pretty good.
It would never scratch the orange juice itch, but I loved that
I
stuff.
never remember what it was. I don't remember what it looked like.
It's
I
like,
don't
you know those
either.
little.
I had breakfast sometimes.
Yeah,
At school, but I don't remember what it looks like.
Oh,
those breakfast
shit.
sandwiches were fucking great with the sausage.
I loved the school grilled cheeses because the grilled cheese was always like super gooey, like the
I
cheese
had
inside.
Too much of
bread
those in
was,
elementary
wet.
school, so I
It
just
was
couldn't.
buttered.
Yeah, I couldn't eat those.
Loved it as a
I
kid.
liked the burgers, even though they were kind of gross.
Yeah, the soy flavored patty.
Yeah,
Fucking so.
I also kind of like those.
It's nostalgic.
the Kraft cheese.
The
School
impossible.
lunchroom. Good God.
The Impossible Whopper. Try one.
I kind of want to go
Definitely
back.
the same
I
flavor.
wish I could go back to school and see if the food has changed.
No.
It's still the same
I
Michelle
doubt it.
Obama shit.
But we're gonna get into what happened to you, or even Andrew. You want to continue?
Nah, it's...
There was a time when every time I'd go over to Caleb's house, I was dreading, but also really wanting this to happen. When
It's a weird feeling, huh? Both
Caleb,
of them.
you know, he was living with Parker.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
He was living with Parker, and Parker's sister
Oh,
was a
So
little.
fucking weird.
yeah, I remember you telling me about
Yeah,
this.
Parker's sister was a little odd, to say the least. And her friend would come over, and they would fuck with me, and like they'd like fucking grab my little pecker and shit, and just do like shit like that. They took my phone once. They took a bunch of like naked pictures of themselves, and I deleted them.
Smart.
No, it was
at the time, no, but smart in hindsight.
Those are cursed pictures.
Yeah, no, because my parents used to check my phone. I couldn't keep that shit there
Why would
Yeah.
they check your phone?
because they would.
They were afraid that shit like that was gonna pop up.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
Chance, are you a pimp?
no, and they would just do all that shit. Like one time, I was funny. I fucking showed them my titties, and they did it. They did it right back, like it was a greeting. And I was like, you know what, I was not expecting that. And it was just really weird because, like, I don't know if what they were doing would be considered as molesting me, but because at the same time, I liked it because it was attention from these hotter, older girls. So it was just kind of scrambled my brain.
But at the same time, it was like...
well,
some part of me
it
was like,
depends
there's-
on what they were doing.
There was never anything like really like truly sexual. Like there was never
grabbing your dick.
like it was just like a little.
That's inappropriate touching.
She wasn't
That's
like
a foul.
jerking me off or something. Like
Party foul?
Look, just because you grab a man's dick don't mean it's sexual.
yeah, exactly. See, and no, it was really weird. It was really
Nobody grabbed my dick.
I don't know what their motive was. So
Unless
I don't-
it's my girlfriend all the time.
Well, I mean, what was your general like?
And the friend, the other one that would come in, she used to call me Big Daddy,
I mean,
which meant that I had a big dick, which is completely the
is
opposite.
that what that means?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
it's on Urban Dictionary. Yeah.
It must be true then.
She had a boyfriend at the time too, so it was all
So
more
she's
weird.
a bitch.
It was the whole.
I'm sorry,
shit
Parker.
was-
I don't know your sister, man.
No.
At the time,
No,
she
the other
prob-
one. The other
Oh,
girl
your
had a
friend's
boyfriend.
friend. Your sister's friend's
Yeah.
a bitch.
It was-
But
No.
It just... like... You're into it, but it's also really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time I had taken off my pants because I had shorts underneath, and the friend took my pants and put them on, and was just walking around with my pants on. I'm like, what is this accomplishing?
I think they're just getting like some satisfaction, getting some sort of a rise out of you.
So how old were
It's
you at
almost
the
like,
time?
I think it's almost like bullying.
I was
they were
like-
doing to you.
like maybe
In a way.
15,
How old were they?
like maybe 2 years older.
Okay.
Oh, I think I was 14 and they were 2 years older.
Still, what was your general body size at the time,
I was definitely a lot skinnier, but I wasn't like attractive.
according to you?
I wasn't attractive.
According to you.
According to you.
I was not
Some-
attractive.
You
Some
can't
girls-
say that about somebody else.
He was
Some-
an
some
overweight
girls
kid.
like
doing-
thick
I was
guys.
always
So?
an overweight.
That
kid.
doesn't mean you
If
can't.
you asked with body size.
Right, but
I'm not saying attract. That's him. He's saying that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
I think I'm a handsome man. I
Thank
love him.
you, Ryan. See, that proves shit.
A number of people like thick people.
They wouldn't like me.
I don't know, man. You see some of the dudes that are dating the women out there?
There's this one girl I see on Twitter whose name her Twitter name's like FatLover69, and she's
Yes!
so. You know who I'm talking
That's
about?
what you're talking about.
Too
She's-
excited about that shit.
Oh, it's because she's so fucking hot.
She is extremely attractive.
She's got some massive fucking titties. And like,
Do you hear the dichotomy? Hold on, pause. People, do you hear the dichotomy between the two that are talking about this shit? Derrick's being so respectful. Titties!
no, she's funny. She has a sense of humor. She's got fat titties. That's on the side. I don't care.
You do care.
I care, but not.
Called out.
And to top it off, she likes fat dudes, and I'm like, where the fuck was she?
You're in a happy relationship.
I know, but like
Save that shit for the motherfuckers that ain't got none.
I know, but like before, I was like if there was a girl like that in high school, I would have felt so much better about myself.
Rare. It's so rare.
I know, and I shouldn't want someone who likes me because I'm fat. I would want someone who likes me and wants me to be the best version of me, who wants to push me.
Xavier and I are both pointing at this man in the chair.
And that's Ryan.
Yeah.
And that's Ryan.
I gave him a warm smile.
Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
No, it was.
But yes, she's very funny.
But yo, no, Fat Lover 69. If you're
Yo, hit me up at Gigantic Nuts on Twitter. That's no joke. That's my name on.
Is it really?
It used to be Dexter's Toes, then I changed it to Gigantic
You're
Nuts.
Oh,
Because
God.
Stamper on Twitter was doing like a lot of shit where he's giving out free ats, like names on Twitter, and one of them was Gigantic Nuts, and I'm like, well, I have Gigantic Nuts, so I might as well change it to that.
What were we doing again? Oh yeah.
Just talking about women, goils.
we're just talking about adolescence.
Shit was-
Oh, youth.
Shit was rough.
Miss it and hate it all at the same time.
I don't miss it for a fucking second.
I don't miss it either.
You have reasons not to miss it.
I don't. Like
I don't know if I
myself
miss
back
it or
then.
not. Like I definitely.
I like the lack of responsibility.
That is what it is.
That's exactly it. I just
Uh,
I hate being an adult and having to like pay shit off. You know.
Oh shit! I had a dream like a week ago where I was what I had I was a pretty sheltered kid, honestly. Chance made me realize this recently. So,
Recently?
like
3
a few
years
years
ago.
ago.
Okay.
My biggest fears at the time were like spontaneous combustion, and like
You
shit
were
that
like
would
8
never
years
happen to
old.
me.
You were 8 years old. That's fine.
Or it was like not finding my class.
Wait,
not finding
finding?
your class in high school.
Yeah, like on the first day, like not knowing which classroom to go to, and going in the wrong class.
I worried about that too.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I had a nightmare about that. I was like in the wrong class, and I was like, "Where am I supposed to go? I don't have my schedule."
I went to the wrong PE class once, and I just stayed in the bathroom for the rest of the hour because I was too embarrassed to like leave. God damn.
Ooh, I had a very interesting experience with PE class because I refused to take PE and I refused to take health.
That's hard because those are required.
Yeah, well, that was the reason I didn't graduate.
See, what you gotta do is just hide. Because they don't give a shit as long as
That's
as
true.
long as you
They
check
never
in the
look
class
for you.
and you check out. Because there were multiple times where I was like sitting behind the bleachers and they wouldn't fucking.
You and Shane.
The amount
Yeah.
of work that you just avoid.
Yeah, I did.
It's like
So-
is
Life
incredible
lessons,
to me.
kids.
Oh,
Smarter
let,
than
let,
us.
I just
let him
sat
tell
there
a
just-
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh no, it's just basically it was it felt like almost something out of a fucking anime. So basically, I did have to take a PE class eventually. So I forget, it wasn't actually PE. It was like, was it health and fitness or something?
Yeah,
like
some
that?
weird
Right.
bullshit. Like
Basically, this class composition, I think there were 30 kids. There were only 4 other guys in that class.
Oh yeah, I remember there was like a female majority like PE class. That was
So it was me,
I did not hear about
and
that.
it was 4 other guys.
yeah.
Locker rooms were awkward. That was the main reason I never wanted to take PE because I don't like.
Yeah.
You say you're
Okay,
sheltered?
I
I grew
have-
up in a fucking Jehovah's Witness
Right.
cult.
yeah.
You're a different level.
Like fuck.
I had a different experience in locker room stuff briefly, but I'll say that after you.
And I just remember, like, just fucking around in this class. And there was times, because they pushed the bleachers in, remember? And I was young and dexterous enough, I would climb up the bleachers, lay down, and just sleep up there.
I remember like every single kid before the teachers would come out, you know, because they had the teachers in the shit making sure you changed. Kids would run out and quickly try to fucking climb those, just to, like fuck around on
Yeah,
top.
Xavier.
What the fuck was happening
for
in your
con-
guys' school?
For context, in the gym room there were bleachers because they would pull
Yeah,
out like
yeah,
doors,
yeah.
because they'd also be in the assembly room.
I also climb the bleachers on
You
occasion.
guys are fucking monsters.
I don't think we had a teacher watching over us, because there were
On
only 4 of
occasion.
us, I think. And we had that one teacher who, she looked like a student.
Snow Bunny.
Never fucking knew.
And everyone wanted to fucking bang her.
And that's the
She's
other
also
thing.
very attractive.
Is sitting on the bleachers, watching all the girls like jogging around, bounce, bounce, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. I learned something about being a dude that day. Like,
You learned a lot of things about yourself.
Women have things I don't have.
It's like you see it in anime all the time, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that must be super exaggerated. No,
No.
no, it's legit.
Especially in high school
Somewhere, huh?
when people are growing. And that's all I'm going to say on that. There was one time in
I had
that
the
class.
opposite experience.
Wait, did you want to
in,
do your
uh,
locker room
in-
thing
in
first,
locker
though?
room.
Also, a bunch of dudes running around, doing.
No,
no.
well, I'll get to it. So this was I never had much of a problem with PE. I just went in there and did the PE and whatever. Oh, the
Your
pace,
thin privilege.
The pacer.
Were you
No.
scared that you would have to take a shower like when you were in middle school going into high school?
Yes.
But then it never happened. We never took showers.
My dad made me so fucking
I
scared.
know! My
growing
dad
up.
too!
Dude,
Oh,
dads
your
are
dad-
fucking
dad was-
gay.
My dad was so.
At least you had dads.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Your high school did have some. Okay.
But it's just
Suburbs,
okay,
man.
I'll get to
guess.
a couple of things my dad told me about high school in a bit. But most of my like locker room stuff and PE stuff, and I of course we did cross country, and I also did baseball. Never had much of a problem with that. Okay, you take your shorts off, throw whatever your pants on at the time, whatever. It's fine.
don't look at anyone. Look down.
Yeah.
eventually kind of get used to. But there is
Some kids fighting. In the
there
court.
there is this, and this was again the last semester of my senior year, right when I finally got a girlfriend, whatever. It's not really important at this time, but it's like we had a PE class together, and then there was one of these freshmen that was also there. I don't remember this kid's name. He was, I'm gonna say it like this, but he was a little punk black kid.
All right, that's fine.
And he just like fucks with everyone, and eventually I think he chose to try to fuck with me
Every school's got a couple people that are like
because
that.
I was more on the quiet side of things, I guess, and I seemed unassuming, I suppose. And there was old times he tried to like first it started off as like poking. I was like, poking, you're trying to change your. He's trying to change. I'm trying to change my clothes and whatnot.
If some motherfucker's poking me, first off, I'm turning around. No offense to the people of the homo variety. I'm calling that nigga gay, and then I'm hitting him in the face.
See, that's what I didn't do.
Also,
at
why
least
you out of every
Yeah, it's like, bro,
I don't know.
you have a strong back. I would be afraid to see you like taking your shirt off and being like, oh shit.
Yeah,
have a
I'm
strong
over here
back.
getting
Yes.
undressed and some
You have a nice
motherfucker's
back there.
poking me.
That's like, dude, are you?
No one's
Man,
ever said
man, you have a
that.
nice
No one's
back.
ever said that to
Fuck's
me.
up.
Chance
You
and I
see-
agree that you have a nice back.
Oh well,
You
thank
see
you.
something you like? What's going on?
I appreciate it.
You feeling up the merchandise? For
Exactly, bro. So, if you're gonna poke, I'm gonna charge. Come on.
Anyway,
Oh my God.
as it continues, he eventually starts trying to like grab my shirts and the things I had already shed and throwing them across the room.
Oh,
And I'm just like, okay, kid, you need to stop fucking with me. That's it.
it sucks because you were a senior and he was a freshman. You couldn't really do shit, or else
Yeah,
you'd be held
and
back.
then it's and occasionally he'd make like snide comments like to me and my GF at the time, whatever. It was dumb.
Hey, yo, cracker.
We're not racially charged.
Also, this isn't the 90s. No one says that anymore.
No.
And then with the last straw was at one point where I'm just taking off all my pants and putting on my shorts,
Oh no.
and I have my boxers on,
Oh no.
and this kid tries to pull my
Tried to
boxers
pinch you.
down. Tried to
He's
pinch me.
gay.
However,
he's gay.
however, I saw this coming. And I grabbed my freaking boxers and had an iron fucking grip. He tucked them and didn't move.
Fucking just flex.
I was like,
No,
okay. I'm fucking done
I
with
don't
you.
remember telling you this,
I
dude.
fucking yeah. And I reported him, and he got like White Marsh freaking talked to him, and White Marsh talked to me for a minute. It's like, yeah, he's being a huge dick, and I wanted to
Being
punch
a
him.
huge gay.
And
You wanted to see
I told him I wanted to punch him out. And he says, no, don't do that. It's really controlling. I get it. I understand. Fine. Didn't fuck with me anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, see, what you should
Like,
have done
I
is...
feel like maybe like he saw the look in my eye when I fucking stopped him from doing this. Like, don't fucking do that
The
again.
rage.
But
The
what,
rage.
You should have let him do it and then turn around and slap him
I
in the
get it,
face.
bro. It's like
With your
if you don't know how to express your sexuality, that's fine. Figure out some way. But you ain't trying to pull no dude ass out in the locker room.
That's a little...
I want to see some dude ass. Let's go.
Dude,
It's
this little
Like,
kid
you
is...
should have farted in
This
his face.
kid is thinking like, oh, this is the best way to
Fucking
get it.
gross.
You know,
the best way to see some ass.
if I look this up at home, they're gonna see my search results and make, oh,
I don't know how
no.
to delete my browser.
Again, it's
I'm
like
gonna have to delete my life.
What's incognito mode?
again agreeing with this. I don't care what if
Yeah.
he's gay or not. Just don't fuck with me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It's like I just ain't about that. We can talk like civilized human beings. We're punk ass bitches in high
Invite me to
school.
dinner first.
Yeah.
Buy me dinner
You're
first.
gonna
Yes.
poke me, bro.
Please.
Wine and dine me first, son. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't go straight to
I
poking
mean, you
first.
straight.
Also, I'm already taken, and you know that.
Oh.
Maybe you was jealous of your girl.
Did you have an issue with like
Michael Snyder.
too?
Oh, well, I thought you had an issue with everybody.
Well, kinda. Yeah.
That was
Dude
he
was
was
a punk ass.
That was the weirdest.
dude was a gopher.
That was the weirdest like
Interaction
interactions I've ever had with
with
somebody.
a human being.
With a human being, just like every time like we just happen to see each other, we're like, I don't like you, and we just flip each other off. Or at least mostly it was just him.
It was a
saying-
mutual...
And then but like, well, it was, we didn't even see each other that often. It was like 5 times throughout all of high school. I like yeah, and it's just like he just gave up. He just a guy that gave off that sort of vibe.
Negative energy.
Negative energy. That's like the
Dude ass energy.
Fucking,
He was the kind of dude who tried to pick fights with people. Then when he was walking away, he was crying his eyes
Oh,
out.
yeah,
was
no,
scared.
he
it
had
was-
some he had some problems. It seemed like,
Yeah.
and then it's like every interaction I ever had with the man, the kid, like he just being mad and whatnot. And then on the last day of school, he's like, "I'm sorry for being a dick." And it's like, okay, man. Like, we didn't even say a word to each other, but I appreciate it.
That's growth.
It's like my initial reaction is to like, oh, I fucking hate that guy. But now I think about it, I'm like,
That
he probably had a
takes a lot
shitty
of,
life.
Maybe had some issues.
that takes a lot to really, as a fucking high school kid, but it's hard being a cocksucker.
I was like, okay, man. I
Especially
appreciate
in
it.
senior year when you know you're probably not going to see him again, so why even do it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's what that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one going back to PE. This was when I was friends with this dude named Shane, and we used to sit in the back of behind one of the bleachers. They had this big like step ladder
Shane,
thing.
if you're out there, I love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy. And we would just sit around on that thing and not do anything, and no one else in the class would care that we were just sitting around doing nothing because the teachers would never walk around or see us. So as long as you walked into the building and walked out, and they like checking your name off, you were good. So what I did was I had him I was like, hey, yo, Shane, watch this door, and this was a door that you could go outside of, but you couldn't go back in from. I walked outside, and when you walk outside, there's the field of the middle school, because middle school is right next to it, and the middle school buildings are there. I walked out, I went to the fucking middle school, I went to the lunchroom, and I took a shit in that bathroom. And no one noticed. I came back, and I knocked on the door, and he let me back in.
I feel like part of your stories are all about taking a dump somewhere.
You need to have like a checklist of all the toilets in like a 30-mile radius, and you need to do every one of them.
God, I hated middle school just because every morning that middle school, like the courtyard, would just smell like shit.
Yeah.
Because the sewer system was just
it was
right underneath
open.
it.
God, yeah,
There were those open fucking grates.
It smelled.
That's what that was?
Yeah, it smelled nasty, or it smelled like breakfast burritos, which were still nasty.
Or
I never found that out.
we had like popcorn Wednesdays or Fridays, and the seagulls that would come.
Oh my God.
And eat all the popcorn that everyone
And they
dropped.
shit everywhere.
And it would flood. If it would rain, the whole
Yeah.
courtyard would flood, and we call it the lake.
Wow.
You remember
Your
that?
awakening memories within me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just. Oof.
Middle school was when I was a simp, and like true simp. Because there was this girl that I really really liked in like
Bro.
elementary school and middle school.
Middle school, you can't be
No,
a
I know.
simp.
It doesn't.
I
No,
know,
it
no.
doesn't. It doesn't work.
In the context of today, I was acting like what a simp would be. It was really dumb.
Hey, I liked you too for a little while.
Ramona Flowers.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about.
Ramona Flowers.
I was talking about this other girl.
Oh.
Canada, you wouldn't know her.
I don't know.
Ramona Flowers.
It was cool.
Apparently, she was like a backstabbing psychopath.
She
Yes.
absolutely
It's so
was.
weird.
God damn.
She absolutely was. That sucked too because we had grown close together and she was, we liked all the things that we liked and shit, and it was just like hearing about how she truly was. It was like, all right, cool, see you later.
All the like sort of slightly emo chicks that were pretty were like no goes.
Yeah.
Parker's married his goth girlfriend. I'm so proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you. Okay, not married yet. They're engaged. But I'm proud of him. Proud of our boy. Shout out to you, Parker.
I think my middle school experience was the reason why no one messed with me and everyone left me alone in high school.
Oh.
Because middle school was quite the time. Because that was the time when anyone messed with you, I would just throw things at them. Like
Throw
not
chairs.
like throw
Books.
a chair. You know the desk chair combos.
Yeah.
You could get some distance on those things if you had the proper wind up. Ooh, like after that a few times, nobody messed with me. I was left alone.
Just
Great.
throw them around.
Yeah. Never actually hit anyone. But
Kids in middle school are fucking terrible, dude.
Didn't you
It's
have
the
blonde in your
worst.
hair before?
yeah, so like I had cut my hair, dyed it blonde, and let it grow out. So I had like this corona, or not corona. God fucking damn it! I had this like halo
Top layer
area.
of blonde.
I
and
thought
then
it was
the
red.
black.
Because you,
Hey, that shit's
you
cool
painted
now.
it back like fucking Ganondorf.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
My middle school was normal. I mean, I did have the girl that you sent over,
Yeah.
and then she dated the other guy who was like the Mexican cholo guy who clearly was going to get into some gang shit later on.
And
I also
Did he?
had
Probably.
a simp in middle school, but it wasn't a gay thing.
Yeah.
I had my first girlfriend in middle school, and it lasted all through middle school, and we kissed once because it was one of those relationships where you're just friends, but you call yourself girlfriend and boyfriend.
Never have even heard of that shit until right now.
I went to 2 different middle schools.
That's true.
I went to 8th grade. I keep
That fucking pause, bro. Like you were expecting somebody to say something.
I was trying to gather my thoughts for a second. No, I went to a school in Alabama for
Bama.
7 and 6.
Yeah.
Six was in I went to a 3. There's 3. There was 3 different schools.
Oh,
I went to a different school for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
So what's the middle school grades up here?
6, 7, 8.
Okay, because in Arizona at the time, it was only 7 and 8.
Oh. Huh.
Maybe just been 7 or 8 in Alabama too. I don't know.
I was like your friend the first day you came over here. To
Is that when you lied to him, right?
What?
I was like your first friend you made in middle school, right? With the first day in PE.
Oh yeah, you had the long hair back then.
Yeah.
Is that when you lied to him, Ryan?
Probably.
It might have been around that time.
I remember one time.
But we didn't really start hanging out until like sophomore year of cross country. I think it was.
Did you do cross country freshman year?
Yeah, I did cross country all 4 years.
I guess
dude.
we ignored each other more.
We kind of ignored each
more or
other for
less
a while.
for the first year, and then
Going
we got
into like
friends in sophomore.
first year of high
Yeah.
school, everybody who was friends in middle school like ignored each other for a while. Because it was when you were trying to prove yourself, like, oh, I'm such a cool kid, but then you grow out of that shit.
Well, because like you're top dog at school in 8th grade, and then you have to go back to the bottom.
You're fucking thrust right down to the bottom.
in high school.
No.
Yeah, I never experienced any of the fucking high school tropes. I would literally get there every class. I'm waiting 30 minutes. Next class. Next class. Next class. Finally, I can fucking go home.
Yeah.
I didn't do an ounce of work any fucking class. I was always sleeping, waiting, trying to just entertain myself in some
I don't
fucking
even
way.
know.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't know.
I remember you
would
aced
rather
every
have
single
that
test.
Sometimes, but then what happened?
You just didn't do any of the work. And I remember you, I got like 100 and something missed assignments, and I was like, I wish I was that smart. Just pass all the tests and not care about any of the work.
Yeah, because I can't, like, the fucking, it's so, because it was so pointless, those fucking worksheets.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
Busy work.
yeah, it's literally busy work, and I couldn't stand it, so I just didn't do it.
School could be done in fucking 3 hours. It doesn't have to be a whole 8-hour fucking day.
Yeah.
We got to teach you how to be an adult to have a full 8-hour day.
Well, a lot of like what Chance said, a lot of it is just okay. History, science, math, art, music. What do you like? Figure it out, and then you can do that for a career.
It was like core and then like 2 electives.
Yeah.
I think the whole school system needs to be restructured. Like, they need to teach important things. Like, again, how to teach people how to do their taxes, how to balance a budget.
How to start a business.
Yeah, maybe
That sounds more like a college course.
how to fix a
My
vehicle.
stepdad's taking entrepreneurial
Yeah.
courses right
Like
now.
honor
for that.
shop and shit, that'd be nice.
Yeah, or like just home economics in general, like how to sew, so
Yeah.
you can repair your
They
clothes.
did have
Everybody learned, like, basic
that class, but it was only in like senior years when they
Certain
implemented it.
schools still have like wood shop and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
ours
like-
didn't have any good
well,
shit.
like-
That's because our art program and our music program fucking overtook the fucking woodshop class.
Yeah, like we had glass blowing at our school.
That's
but
kinda
Really?
cool.
Yeah.
Glass blowing?
Fuck,
That's
man.
rad.
I never did it. I was a band geek for most until like my senior year. What?
I regret not learning drums like the official way at school.
You could have been one of the cool drummer
Let
kids.
me fucking tell you how that went.
Is it jazz band?
No, it was concert pep band.
We had jazz and
What'd you play?
normal.
I played
like,
percussion.
Okay.
But let me tell you, he handed us music and it was like, cool, I can't read this. Just go with the flow. That's all we did. We didn't read. Fuck that shit. We're drummers. We're all beats.
You did drumming?
Fuck that!
Huh?
Fuck
did
that!
drumming?
We're drummers.
Oh, I didn't know if you did drumming or
No,
sax.
I was in
or whatever.
percussion.
Okay.
You didn't
Like-
do bass?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Like guitar?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm not that much.
And then I'm also sad that our school had Japanese, but I never fucking took it, and now I want to know Japanese.
Yeah.
I took it. That's great.
Here's the thing about Mr.
Silk.
Like I didn't hate
Oh,
him,
I want on this.
but I didn't like him. We kind of had a little bit of an agreement because like he knew I would be falling asleep in his class. He was like, okay, every time you're falling asleep, you can go to the bathroom, wash your face and shit, wake up. And I'm like, cool, thank you. So it was kind of a free pass to sleep for the first 10 minutes of class. But like, I don't know. There was something about him that I just didn't. I just felt like I couldn't respect the dude.
He did have the roundest ass there ever was. No, like if you took, because in the mornings, right, he would stand over, you'd grade people's homework, he would bend over, and so if you're on like the opposite table, you just got like the roundest fucking ass, just like in your face, because you're like sitting down in these fucking like kid chairs.
Dude, I can do you one better. There was this guy that was super notorious at my high school. I would be moving around for a second. Where like he would straight up come up to people's desks and just Morgan in other people's face. Like straight up, you would hear stories about this dude just crotching faces. He's like explaining shit to you. It's like, bro, I can smell the whiff. You need to back up.
his twig and berries were hanging in the
Some
moonlight.
shit like that, bro. I never had this class, but I heard that was like notorious from everybody.
God.
But yeah, no, they should teach like basic life skills as a core thing in schools.
Yeah, that should be like senior year. I think they should
Life
like, tell
class.
you how to live a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
the senior year is the only year when you can take like the home ec classes, so that's understandable.
But things like trigonometry, that needs to be like an elective.
I took that for a day, and then I dropped out because I was like, why did they put me in this fucking class? I don't know this shit.
Oh yeah, Derrick, you were there with me when we took Spanish together for that like 1 week. In the
Yeah.
and then
Spanish
I
class is
left
funny.
because I was like, I have to ask for a pencil in Spanish or ask the teacher.
Hey, we had to ask how to go to. We had to ask.
maestro. And I was like, I can't do this, and I left for your PE class.
Every time we had to go to the bathroom, we had to say it in Japanese.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I just wasn't into Spanish at the time, nor was I into Japanese at the time. But now, if I could go back, I would totally just get into Japanese.
I had a Japanese class with Sean and Dylan, and that was the funniest shit because like we were sitting. I was on one side and the two dudes were on the other side of the table, and it was two tables put together, and so they would like team up against me, and they would slowly push my table until my table was in like the middle of the fucking classroom, and I wouldn't notice, and when I did, I'd be like fuck. And then other times,
It's
like
just a
Sean and
high
I
school
would hide our backpacks somewhere. So like one day I couldn't find my backpack, and I got so pissed. I took his backpack and it was closed, but I threw it outside right as the bell was like ringing, and he was like, "Dude, your backpack's like right behind you," and it was just
You're
right.
oh my god!
Didn't
I would hit your ass if we went to high school at the same time.
Our final project of the year was making a storybook in Japanese, and while one of the kids was telling
I
his
hear that sigh from here.
my friend Sean was telling us his like story. Our friend Dylan was drawing something, and by the end of it, he turned the picture around. It was a big fat meanie from fucking SpongeBob, and we all just was dying laughing because we didn't expect it. Oh my god, that was the funniest
What is
shit.
this?
It's a chair.
Looks like it might be a chair from my big lots carries.
Is it a lazy bastard?
I don't know.
Wait, a lazy bastard.
Lazy
But no,
man.
when I was in 8th grade and I learned we were going to high school. I
Lazy
learned
man.
that
Yeah.
when we were going from 8th grade to high school, I learned that there was our high school offered Chinese. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that's
And I
right.
was really excited.
I don't recall
Listen,
that.
Chinese is interesting. Let me try that. And then as soon as I get
Ryan.
into 9th grade,
It's Mandarin.
I know. Well, yeah, I know. That's
There
what
you
they
go.
called it Chinese. And
That's actually dumb.
I
That's,
know.
that's not correct.
I know. Well, you could say it's Chinese in terms of the writing, but not the
Okay.
speaking.
What I need.
What I need.
Alright.
And then you get into 9th grade, or I did, and then they had class is cut, funding, nope, no Chinese.
Yep.
And then I was like, well, Spanish.
No, I hear you.
I enjoy Spanish.
I wanted to learn
I actually
Japanese, but all they had available at my school was French, German, and Spanish.
We didn't have French or German. We
I
had weird
like
ones.
going back on it. If I was smart enough, I should have took French.
I would love to take German. I'm not gonna lie. The reason I took Japanese was so I could read hentai.
Yeah, no, that's
That's
noble.
That's kind of why I wanted to know.
Yeah, basically. Also, so I could play the Fire Emblem games.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
all the classic, just like JRPGs and whatnot. Ooh. But I remember I didn't want to take Chinese because it was tonal, and I couldn't do that. Like my brain just did not like it.
Yeah, Chinese is
I
a
didn't
bit
know
harder
that
to
at the
learn.
time, and I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, no.
I didn't learn a single ounce of katakana. I just had a really like grateful friend. Like I knew this dude since like elementary school. So he was like, yeah, you can cheat off me. So the entire year I just cheated off him. And like there were times where I'd, like write
Bruh.
the answers on my fucking hand, and I'd just be sitting
Isn't
there.
katakana easier than
Bruh,
hiragana?
I learned hiragana and katakana in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
On like just,
Isn't kata like easier?
it's
they're
a bit
both
easier.
the same. They're
They-
literally
they're-
the
No,
same.
I know
both the
the
same,
rules. I
but-
know, but like, isn't katakana is just more angular with the.
I knew how to
easier to
say
learn.
I knew how to say shit, but I just couldn't correlate what they
They
looked
taught
like.
you
How
kanji,
different.
right?
He didn't teach us a whole lot. It was
We
like
learned-
one or two.
We learned a few.
Yeah, and I was just like writing answers on my hand, and I'd be like, "Oh no, I don't know what to do. I can't."
My God, you are a fucking high school stereotype.
And then I'd be like, "Hey, teacher, can I go to the bathroom?" And I'd just go wash that shit off real fucking quick.
Man's over here running an Ocean's 11 scheme to cheat on his
You like
test.
write down your thigh, and then you like,
I was
you like, and then the teacher's like, "What are you doing? You can't ask you to take off your shorts." or like to lift your shorts up.
So the thing is, I would always think about ways to cheat on tests. I never actually did that because fuck that. I was scared my hide was gonna get tan if I did that. But so you know the big tests that they'd have in the high school where it's like the teachers were all like super serious and they'd like fucking come to your house and like knock on your window.
It was like a big fucking like packet.
Yeah, it was like the big government test or whatever. Yeah. So I thought of the most genius fucking plan to cheat on these fucking tests would be to try and figure out whatever you need to know, copy that into Braille, get something. Like, learn to read Braille.
Oh my god.
Get a bunch of dots and press them into your skin so you have, like, the imprint. You know, like, when you're, like, laying on a blanket too long and it makes the imprint?
Yeah.
Like that with the dots, and then just in the middle of the class, just run your finger on your arm and read it in the Braille you've imprinted onto your fucking arm. And the best part is, about an hour or two later, it's gone. Because your skin go back to normal.
You gotta tell the teachers beforehand, they're like, oh, this is a like coping mechanism. I just do this every now and then. Don't mind me.
They don't even have to fucking see it. You just, under the table.
Isn't this like sign language for something anyways?
In that class, in that Japanese class, every morning we do morning announcements, and we would do the rise, bow, that sort of thing.
Oh,
we
like
would
you
rise.
actually did like traditional.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. And
The class
we
president.
would,
and
we do
everything.
the national anthem. But like at the end of the national anthem, me and like a group of kids would just go, "Hail Hydra!" And then there was one kid that got so fucking mad. He was like, "Shut up! Shut the fuck up!"
I always thought it was kind of... Look, this was my kid brain thinking. This is my, like, child brain thinking. I always thought it was a little bit fucking weird. Random fucking white dude teaching a Japanese class.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I totally get it.
I remember his name. The teacher who looked like a porn star.
Matt LeBlanc.
A porn star.
He was like the dude who led the rugby team, right? Or
Yeah.
something like that. If you
Oh,
look
Was
at
it the dude with the caveman brow?
I think
Yeah,
so.
he had
And
the coffee
he had like a history class.
Yeah.
I had this class.
So if you
liked him.
imagine him in a UPS uniform, and do not tell me he does not look like a fucking porn star. And I remember joking with people that his name would totally be Chad Thundercock.
He'd say in his fucking monotone voice, "Excuse me, ma'am, I have a package for you."
Exactly.
oh my god.
I didn't see
Oh,
that.
Christ, that's great.
Something.
That's fucking great.
I thought I was missing something in my high school education, and you just brought it
Yeah,
to me.
exactly. And he taught like American history.
Yeah. He always had a coffee cup
was-
or like a thermos full of something.
Yeah.
What was that math teacher? The really loud math teacher, tall, skinny, white math teacher.
Bean Sprout.
That man is the reason I can do math.
He was awesome.
This teacher was like, he was so cool, but he was like crazy.
He had, like,
Like,
ADD or
He,
something.
he like never wore shoes. He was friends with
Cottage cheese.
is the reason I can do algebra.
we would like,
I
we'd
don't
be
think I
like,
ever met
He
that man.
threw candy
yeah,
at you.
he would throw candy at us whenever we
At
get
your
like questions
face
right.
really
He would
hard.
he had like fucking pinpoint accuracy, fucking right smack dab in the middle of your
Mr.
head.
Mead
Sounds like-
also-
it sounds
Mr.
like
Mead
one of
threw
my
stuff
math
with-
teachers.
He'd be like,
he'd
yo,
throw
yo!
stuff with me.
Yeah.
He'd just scream and be
I
like,
love Mr. Mead.
he'd always
He
look
was
at me
cool.
because I had long hair. He'd always look at me and go, dude looks like a lady.
And he had like wild, crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Never wore shoes.
He would buy like
Distraction.
dollar store headphones, and he'd make the kids like fight over him, like try to get the questions right and shit. Like
I don't
dollar
even
store
remember what
earbuds.
this guy man looked like.
And his catchphrase when I was in his class, like he just said to everyone, he'd be like, "Babies making babies."
Yeah. There was one time when this girl like she just couldn't get this answer like correct. She was like, "Teacher, can you come help me?" "Okay, sure, yeah." 5 minutes later, "Can you come help me?" "Oh, okay, sure. I taught you already." Last time she did it was like 3 times after. He gets up and he's just like, "Ah!" And he teaches her how to do it. That was it.
I feel like I heard about that.
Him and Mr.
Cottage cheese.
like a dynamic duo.
God.
Because I remember he would always, during like my robotics class, he would always like come in, like just like talk.
Yeah.
And I remember, best thing about that robotics class was near the end of the year, and
Cottage cheese.
didn't care if you had gotten your assignments done. So, and someone got on like one of the drives that everyone had access to. Someone had like downloaded Halo 1.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I never got to play that.
Halo 1.
Yeah, so everyone was just playing Halo 1.
That was
Everyone
that
had
must
their
have been
work
like a national phenomenon because we had that too. We're like we were in there for DigiTools, but then like if you like everybody was just playing like this massive LAN game.
Everyone was
of Halo.
playing Halo
Yeah.
1.
Or we'd be playing like flash games and shit.
Yeah.
And the assignments were so easy because it was literally like oh, working on Autodesk, but you have to make these shapes, and it's literally, you put some numbers into the computer the way they tell you to.
It makes it for you.
And it's easy.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like make a bird feeder or whatever.
Or like,
A Taurus.
make this weird fucking shape. It has no curves. Okay, easy. And it's, ooh, and then, do that. Show the teacher. Boot up Halo.
The funniest thing about that class was, I told you the story, but I was like fucking around choking the kid.
Yeah.
The kid told
Cottage cheese.
I was like, stop being an asshole! Stop being a dick!
I remember this Game of Thrones was being aired like pretty early on during this, and he would talk to the students about like the Game of Thrones episodes, and he'd be like, "Yeah, that girl had nice titties or whatever."
Oh
You're gonna
my
get this
God.
man fucking fired,
I
bro.
love him.
God, I fucking love them.
I'm glad nobody listens to our shit. You're gonna get so many people fired.
He was such a good teacher.
Man.
Well, we are about an hour and 15 minutes in.
That's actually less than I thought we'd be.
I thought we were talking for a lot longer.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys got loaded?
There was one time I was hanging out with Parker and Caleb, and Parker had like some Sailor Moon manga in his room, and it said like Sailor Venus, and I saw that, and I just kept saying Sailor Penis to myself over and over that night, and I was just busting out laughing. We'd be playing like Call of Duty, and just go Sailor Penis, and I just fucking die laughing.
That's like the one dude is like high and like thinks it's funny, but no one else thinks it's funny.
Sailor Penis.
Or like, didn't you get like some like weird anime cards and you put it in like a soda bottle?
We went to there was this anime and game store that used to be right next to that Domino's, like up there. And I bought a pack of like
Geek or something?
No, it wasn't Think Geek.
Geeks R Us? I don't know.
Geeks something, some gay shit. I bought a pack of cards, and it was like this weird random anime like card game, and I didn't want it, so I took like 2 of them and I put them in Caleb's Dr. Pepper 2-liter, and it took him like an hour just to fish it out because every time he tried to like grab it, he would push it farther in and get soggier and soggier, and it would like disintegrate even more inside his soda.
You're a fucking asshole!
You couldn't get like
I didn't control myself. I couldn't.
You are a man of impulses.